Are we meant to be depressed when we get older? I feel like over time, we begin to just realize how precious our childhood was, and that now shit is hitting the ceiling, hitting the fan, bro. You're starting to see how bad the world really is and how people really move. And it's just like, dang, how did I end up here? When did shit get this bad? I remember when I used to live in Texas. I live in South Carolina now. But every time I think about those days, I always just sit here and just be like, dang, like, I used to be so social. I used to have a lot of friends. I used to go to school. I used to have, like, it was like just beautiful, precious memories. And it's like now that I'm just living my life and graduated in South Carolina now, it's like everything is so, I don't want to say everything is ass, but everything is just kind of more serious, you know. I've done great things. Y'all see, I'm in a new room. I went to a trip to Mexico. I'm very grateful, but not everything is as, you can't be as naive and just like, oh, happy-go-lucky, just living your life like you used to. It's like now you have to do things yourself. You have to take initiative of everything, and some things you can't even control and it's gonna affect you, but you still have to do something about it. It's like you can't just do your own thing. My mom, you know, she's the type of person to always instill wisdom into me about my life and what to expect from people. And I'm reminded by her a lot of times of all the bad stuff in the world, the things to look out for. She's overprotective. I made a video on that recently. Well, not recently, but back then. And it's like, over time, that shit could be exhausting. You know, just always hearing about how the world could be such a dangerous place and like how people are, how evil some people are. And it's like, when you're younger, you never had to worry about such things. You never had to be aware of all of the bad shit that happens. And it just gets to a point where it kind of just stresses you out. You know, it's like you're still a kid up here in some areas, but you look like an adult and you're getting older and you need to start doing shit. And it's kind of just like out of the blue. Now, for some people, this is something that never really had to happen for them. Some people develop this early on in their childhood. You know, they have to grow up fast. You know, some people never had a childhood to begin with. So I feel like having a childhood is more of like a gift, because not many people can experience that too. But at the same time, it's like that gift could be something that you're just stuck on, you know, and it makes it hard for you to really look towards the future in a positive way, because it's just like that precious gift you had was so enjoyable, and now when it's fading away, it's like you're left with nothing. Yeah, that's how I see it, at least. And when you're left with nothing, it's like you're starting over. You're trying to find your purpose in life. You ever just sat down and was like, man, what am I doing with my life? You know, like, you could be on the right track. You know, you could have a lot of friends, you could have a girlfriend, you could have none of that and still be feeling like, what do I do with my life? Like, what am I here for? You know, you have dreams and everything, but you haven't accomplished those dreams yet. Or maybe you accomplished your dreams, but you still feel like this emptiness inside of you, like you're doing something that never really fulfilled you. You know, it's like everything you're doing, you're still left with this like hole. And it sucks, man. I understand. I feel like we just gotta take the days one step at a time. That's what I've been saying. I'm gonna always continue to say it. Like, you gotta just do everything one day at a time. Finding your purpose in life, I mean, I don't feel like we're all here for one purpose in a way. Just being your best self is what's important, you know, and just being kind to others, just showing love. I feel like as long as we focus on that, everything else will come together. But yeah, it's like some of us are in this like prison in our head, and we're just stuck in this like cycle, and we're like always thinking like, man, what is our purpose? Like, what are we here for? I don't know. That's just something I think about sometimes. I don't know if you guys really think of that. But yeah, that's about it for this video. If you made it this far, go ahead and subscribe, comment your thoughts. You know, join the family, bro. We're gonna hit 100 subs soon. It's been a minute since I last posted, I know, but as y'all see, a lot of things have changed. Just got back home from a trip. I got a whole new room now. It's like, you know, life, man, life. I'm telling you, life. But that will never stop me from posting. I'm gonna always keep posting. I'm gonna always keep it coming. And I appreciate those who show love. So if you fucking with me, I fuck with you. And if you're having a good day, then I'm having a good day. Y'all know what it is. Go ahead and hit me up in my email if you got anything else you want me to talk about, any topics, anything you would like to share and make a video on, just let me know. And I think that's about it. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.